Alright, let's go over this. So I have g of x equals, class, what's my GCF?
X.
3x squared minus 10x plus 8. When I asked you, could you use the quadratic formula, in purple you can't, but after you take the GCF, if I cover up the GCF, then you can. Your a value is 3, b value is negative 10, c value is 8. If you factor it, you'll get what? X minus 4, x minus 6? Raise your hand if you got that. Ain't. Look, quickly do this x box again. A times c, I'm looking inside here, is 24. Two numbers that multiply to be 24 is 4 and 6, and they add to be negative 10. They both have to be negative. But if you wrote the quantity x minus 4, x minus 6, and you FOIL, class, what's x times x?
X squared.
X squared, not 3x squared. So x minus 4, x minus 6 is correct. Incorrect, you have to put it into the box. Might need to watch some more factoring videos. Negative 4x and negative 6x. You put in your first term. Did you guys notice where I'm looking? I'm looking inside the parentheses. So I have 3x squared, and the last term is 8. Class, what is the GCF of this column? 3x. How about this row? How about this column? And the GCF of this one? It would have to be a negative 2. Here's the reason why. If you multiply these, they'll get what you have inside the boxes. Okay? So I would have gone 3x minus 4, x minus 2. Okay? Well, what's the big old purpose of what we're doing here? We factored it so I can solve for my zeros or my x-intercepts. Like that. I'm trying to find my x-intercepts here by factoring or using the quadratic formula. To do it by factoring, I'm just going to use the zero product rule. So I'm going to set each of those equal to 0. Everyone say, show me. Show me the zero product rule. Don't skip this step here. So I already have a solution here. I have x equals 0. You don't have to show me the work there. X equals what? 4/3, and x equals 2. So this graph, it's going to cross my x-axis how many times? 3 times. And to solve for the y-intercept, all I have to do now is substitute in 0, right? That's 8 times 0. Class, what's 0 to the third power?
0.
0 times 3?
0.
0 squared?
0.
0 times negative 10?
0.
And 8 times 0.
0.
So all of that is?
0.
So when g of 0 equals 0, that's essentially the order pair 0, 0. Right? Let's get that in a different color. Okay. So that basically means my order pairs are going to be, for the x-intercepts, 0, 0, 4/3 0, and 2, 0. Class, is this an odd or an even? Look at the highest power. What's the highest power?
3.
The highest x1 is a 3. This is a odd. So think back to an x to the first right? Y equals x. It's going to start down, end up. If you have your calculator, you can put it in there. Go to y equals, clear it. 3 xxx minus 10 xx plus 8x. And then for my zoom, I'm going to press 6. Not so great, right? So I'm going to change my window now. I'm probably going to go really close to 0. I'm probably going to go to -1, and my greatest x value is 2, so I'm going to need to go to like +3. So x min -1, y max 3. It's going to zoom in there, press graph, see what it looks like now. You can probably change up your y values. Let's go to -5 and +5. Press graph. Okay, so now that I know that it starts down and ends up, it's an odd function. Let's go ahead and graph that. So I have x equals 0, x equals 4/3, so a little bit past 1, and x equals 2. And if you watched your graph, starts down, goes through, and comes back up. And this problem is unique because it goes through the origin. Your x and your y intercept are exactly the same. So make sure we have those numbers there, 0, 4/3, and 2. You have just graphed a cubic function.